Let's get right to it. That college degree you're working on, or the one that's hanging on your wall, it might just be worthless. And no, that's not some crazy prediction for the future. It's a crisis, and it's happening right now in our universities, all because of AI. We're about to dive deep into how this technology isn't just changing education, it might be killing it for good.
Look, this isn't some clickbait headline we're throwing at you. This is the big, scary claim coming from a growing number of educators and industry experts who are basically sounding the alarm. And they're not talking about something that's going to happen in 10 years. They're describing a crisis that is unfolding right now.
And this is the question that should honestly be keeping all of us up at night. I mean, think about it. If some algorithm can churn out the work to get the exact same degree you can, what are you really paying for? What is all that tuition money getting you? Is it actual knowledge, or is it just an expensive piece of paper that's losing its value with every passing day?
Okay, so let's start our investigation with this whole AI cheating crisis. But let's be super clear, this is not about a couple of students trying to cut corners. No, we are talking about a total systemic breakdown of academic integrity, and it's happening on a scale that, frankly, we have never seen before.
And don't for a second think this is just a problem at some small underfunded schools. We're talking about the big leagues. From Yale to UCLA, this crisis is everywhere. And you want to know the scariest part? The AI tools these students are using, they're practically invisible, undetectable. Professors have no way of knowing if they're reading the students' original thoughts or just a machine's output.
So yeah, let's be really clear here. This is so much bigger than just cheating. This is a complete and total erosion of trust. I mean, when a professor can't even be sure if they're grading a human or an AI, the entire foundation of education just crumbles. And the fallout from that, it's absolutely devastating. And this breakdown of trust isn't just some abstract idea. It's having a real, almost toxic effect inside our classrooms. Let's look at how the relationship between students and teachers is being completely poisoned by this new AI-fueled arms race.
Just try to picture what this does to the learning environment. Instead of being a place for curiosity, for collaboration, the classroom is becoming a war zone. It's all about suspicion and mistrust. Professors are basically forced to become detectives, and every student is treated like a potential criminal.
This slide just lays it out so tragically. The whole dynamic is flipped on its head. That human connection, the one between a student and a teacher that's at the very heart of real learning, it's being thrown out and replaced by this cold, adversarial game. It's a cat-and-mouse chase where, in the end, everybody loses.
So, in this desperate scramble to fight back, what are universities doing? They're resorting to some pretty drastic measures. We're talking about a throwback to the dark ages of education, handwritten exams, oral interrogations that feel more like police questioning, and this creepy surveillance software that treats students like they're in a prison. But here's the real question. Is any of this stuff actually working?
Yeah, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The social contract that held education together is dead. It's not about a shared journey to find knowledge anymore. Now, it's about surveillance. It's about enforcement. And if that's what college has become, honestly, what is even the point?
But the damage doesn't just stop at the university gates. No way. The real test of any degree is out there in the job market. And what we're finding is that employers, well, they're catching on to academia's dirty little secret.
For decades, a perfect 4.0 GPA was your golden ticket. It meant you were smart, you were dedicated, you got the great job. Well, not anymore. Employers are looking at a 4.0 and they're shrugging. Why? Because they know it could just mean that student is a world-class expert at prompting ChatGPT. That piece of paper is fast becoming a meaningless credential.
So what are employers looking for in this new AI world? Well, it's not about what you've memorized. It's about what you can do with AI. Can you actually use it as a co-pilot to make your own work better? Can you spot its mistakes, its biases, and its flaws? Can you leverage it to think bigger and solve harder problems? This is the new skill set. This is what will decide who gets hired and who gets left behind.
This quote is brutal, but you know what? It's becoming more and more accurate every single day. Your expensive college diploma is essentially becoming a participation trophy. It proves you showed up, sure, but it no longer proves you actually learned anything valuable.
So the big question is, where do we go from here? The entire education system is standing at a massive crossroads. It can either face this crisis head-on and completely reinvent itself from the ground up, or it can just stick its head in the sand and become a fossil.
So you've really got two paths forward. On one side, you have total innovation, redesigning everything to focus on what matters now.
critical thinking, creativity, and working with AI. And on the other side, well, you've got denial, banning AI, clinging to these old, outdated methods, and basically choosing to become totally irrelevant. The choice that gets made here is going to define the future of learning for generations.
And let's not forget the elephant in the room, the absolutely insane cost of college. I mean, really think about this. Are you, or is your family, willing to go into six-figure debt to learn how to use a tool that is literally available for free online? It's a question every single family needs to be asking themselves right now.
You know, in a world where AI can do pretty much any task you throw at it, what's left for us humans? The answer is actually pretty simple. The things that make us human. Our creativity, our ability to think critically, and our wisdom to guide and manage these incredibly powerful new tools. These are the skills that are going to matter in the age of AI.
So it all comes down to this. Do we try to ban AI, build walls around our classrooms, and just pretend the world isn't changing? Or do we lean in, embrace this new reality, and teach our students how to become masters of the machine? The future of education is literally being decided right now. Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you want to stay on top of this revolution, make sure you subscribe.